Hey guys and gals, Gino Pettis Adventures. I'm still Gino, and we're going to have another adventure. So, this is going to be a multiple part series on immigrating to Colombia. And so it'll probably end up being 4, 5, 6 parts. And this today is going to be your basic pregame warm-up and what to do and what not to do. And so I'll start it off with, if you already decided and think that you're just going to immigrate to Colombia and sell all your stuff and just move, don't do it. Don't do it, dude. I did. Don't do it. You will be sorry. Guarantee you'll be sorry. I was sorry, but not so much now. But yeah, I sold all my stuff, moved to Puerto Rico actually, and then moved to Colombia. Oh God. And I wasn't even drinking. But I should have been, because I might have had some more sense. But anyway, so the long and the short of it is, if you think you can immigrate to Colombia, you got a lot of homework and a lot of stuff to do before you do it. So we're going to start off with the pregame warm-up. And the pregame warm-up is pretty much decide why you want to move to Colombia. Do you know Colombia? Have you been to Colombia? If you haven't been to Colombia, plan to go to Colombia. Even if you've been to Colombia, you got to do a fact-finding trip with your eyes wide open to where you're going to want to live. And that's going to be difficult, because you're going to hit Cali, you're going to hit Bogota, you're going to hit Medellin, Cartagena, and trust me, those are the big cities. That's like going to LA, New York, Chicago, Atlanta. And I don't know if you want to live in places like that, but if you do, that's fine. But if you want a real quality of life with real down-to-earth people, you need to get around some smaller towns like San Gil. Bucaramanga is like the fifth or sixth largest city in the country, and it's still too big for me. But it's a good start. It's a good start. And then there's San Gil and the Florida Blanca. But anyway, what you need to do is you need to get a good map of Colombia and look for towns that are in the 60,000 to 100,000 people range, and you'll find some really cool places. And so what you're going to have to do first is research all those things to the best that you can. Try to get on some expat Facebook websites or groups, and talk to people and tell them what you want to do, and ask them for their advice, and take it all with a grain of salt. You can trust them, but do your research. Always do your research. Don't believe a thing I tell you without doing your research. Now, if I tell you something, your research is true, then it's probably true, because I don't try to mislead anybody here. It's a big move if you're going to move to Colombia. So the second thing that you need to do is, number one, you got to find out why you want to move there. Okay? Number two, you got to do the research of where and when and how you want to move. Number three, you need to plan your trip. Are you going for a week? Are you going for 2 weeks? Are you going for a month? Are you going for 2 months? Figure out what the exchange rate is, how much money you're going to need, when you're going to go, because it's always good to buy your tickets a month or two out, because they're always cheaper. Well, they have been. Sometimes they are. And actually, the other day I found some nice tickets 45 days from now back to Colombia for $350, which is, yeah, I like that. That's kind of like the way it was in the old days. So you're going to have to plan your trip, and plan it well. And don't be so firm and bolted into it that you can't go off on side tangents if you find some place that you really like. And just know that you're going to you can fly from big city to big city. You can bus from the smaller cities. You can hire people to drive you. That I don't think that I would rent a car. Unless you're an F1 Formula race car driver and you want to be in the game and you like a little crazy, then have someone help you. Because driving in Colombia will make a Formula One race car driver out of you. It's kind of like a demolition derby without the demolition, for the most part. Okay, so there you go. You've found out where you want to go. You found out when you want to go. The next thing is to research your tickets, get your tickets online, get them purchased. Make sure you got your passport is up to date. Make sure your vaccines are up to date. Vaccines, passport. You'll have to, before you leave, you'll have to fill out a document called a MIG. And it's an immigration document that you have to do it 48 hours. You can do it anytime 48 hours before your flight. But you have to have it for your flight or they won't let you on the airplane. And it basically says what kind of document you're using to go on, like you're going on, if it's your first time, or you're probably going on a passport. You're leaving from Miami, you're leaving from Houston, wherever you're leaving from, and arriving in Bucaramanga or Bogota or wherever you're going to arrive in. And it'll show the flight numbers and your sex and your age, la la la. And it's just helps immigration, get you through immigration when you got there. Okay, so you've done all your planning, you got your trips in hand, you're ready, you're getting ready to go, you got your passports, you got all your stuff. Pack light. Don't take 47 suitcases. It's just going to cost you money and you're not going to need them. So just take one nice suitcase. Just pack light. Don't take 2 suits. You're not going to need them. Sorry. And if you do, well, that's a whole nother ball game and a whole nother level of where you want to stay. Try while you're in those forums and Facebook to make some friends in some of the different places that you might want to go, and see if they know a driver or a chauffeur or people that'll help you out. You can contact me. You can contact me. My contact info is in the description on this, and I'll help you out. I charge a fee, but it's not much. So okay, so we've got all that done. You pack light, and let's see. Sorry, I got to check my notes here. Make acquaintance, travel day. Okay, travel day. Travel day is really important. Because I don't know about you, but I stress. I mean, I'm been better known as hypervigilant, and I want everything to go well. I don't want any problems. I don't want immigration giving me crap. I don't want the airlines giving me crap. I want all my ducks in a row. Your bag's got to weigh under 50 pounds. And don't bring it in at 52 pounds. It'll cost you another bunch of money. So here's what you do. Days before, 2 or 3 days before, you're ready. You figured out how you're getting to the airport. If they say get to the airport 2 hours early, get to the airport 3 hours early. Because there's always something going to happen. It just does. It's just life in the fast lane in the travel world. You get to the airport, make sure you're at the correct airline. Make sure you have all your documents. Make sure you're not trying to carry any stupid stuff on the airplane. Don't try to carry pot to Colombia. It's not going to be pretty. That's for a whole nother video, but it's just not wise. So you've got your stuff, travel day, and then the biggest part about it, take a big, deep breath and enjoy. One thing I did forget, make sure you have a hotel reservation for the first few days that you get there, so you can get your legs under you, you can get stabilized, you're not freaking out when you leave from the airport, you have a place to go and a place to stay for a few days until you start your adventure. And there is when you need to just relax, calm down, and enjoy. This is going to be your new country. If you really like it, it's going to be your new country. And that being said, you've done it all. You've done your research. You got your money in your hand. You've got a plan. Plan will change, but at least you have a plan, and you're going there with a purpose to see where you want to live. And you don't want to go there. There's a couple other things. You don't want to sell all your stuff, or you don't want to pack all your stuff and take it to Colombia. It's easier to either store it up here if you think you might go back, or sell it up here and take the money and buy stuff down there because it's a lot cheaper. But it's like I said in the beginning, on your first round or your second round, don't sell all your stuff and just go. You'll regret it. But what you can do is you can look and you can find a place, and you can rent a place for a month, you can rent it for 2 months, you can rent it for 3 months. There's a lot of places, and I have a list, at least in our area, of hotels that will accommodate you and feed you inexpensively. Like my top of the line Rancho de San Luis costs you $480 a month for room and board in a campestre style hotel. It's just beautiful. It's like going to the country club without the golf course, of course. So anyway, there you go. That's part number 1. I hope I touched on everything. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. Feel free to contact me. If you like this video and you want more like it, please hit the subscribe, the like, notification bell. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. So with that, I will see you on the flip side. God bless.